guys? My name is Alex and welcome to Let's Talk, where I talk about all things queer that have interested me in the past week. Today I'm going to be doing just talking, no edits or anything. One, because this video is already late as is, I apologize for that. And two, I have buggered up my wrist somehow and I would like to minimize my editing as much as possible because it hurts. Anyway, so let's get into this week's Let's Talk. The first thing that I want to talk about is Wynonna Earp because I'm so keen. So we got a trailer released this week, which is awesome. We also got a release date, like an actual date for season 2, which is June 9th. I did do a reaction to the season 2 trailer, which is up on my Patreon for all my patrons to view if you wish. I will also be doing a separate Wynonna Earp trailer breakdown. If you guys remember my breakdown videos, I will be doing that. I'm going to go through frame by frame because I feel like there's a lot that is happening in that trailer. But there's a lot of flashy. So I'm gonna probably today or tomorrow go down and go frame by frame through that trailer and make a breakdown video. Talk about my theories for season 2. I'm pretty keen. I'm so keen. Like, I'm gonna be so obsessed with Wynonna Earp season 2. I mean, if you guys have been around, you know how obsessed I was with season 1. It's gonna multiply for season 2. I can already tell you that. But yeah, so Wynonna Earp has been awesome. I'll have a link to the trailer in the description if you guys want to go check out the trailer. Yeah, it's been awesome. The next thing that I want to talk about is Supergirl. So I didn't do a Supergirl recap video because surprise, surprise, another Mon-El heavy episode. But we're not talking about him. I'm going to talk about Sanvers. I have a thought. It might not be super light, this thought. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Sanvers shipper. Everyone freaking knows this. I have been shipping them since before season 2 started. I've been making videos on Maggie and Alex. I predicted them getting together before season 2 started. I am a huge Sanvers shipper. Anyone that argues that is just an idiot. Let's be real. You're an idiot if you're trying to argue that. I do have an issue though, and obviously it's not Sanvers. I love both of them. I love the actresses. I love the characters. I love them. I am just not a fan of this season's writing, right? In general, and that does apply to Sanvers as well. Now, there's been a lot of people saying that they're like the healthiest relationship on TV, which I would agree to some extent, yes. But my problem is why they're the healthiest relationship on TV. And of course, let's get through this first. My problem is it kind of feels like they have such a healthy relationship because they don't have the screen time to actually delve into their problems at all. Like, their problems have to be resolved super quickly and super, not problematic because they don't have the screen time and the show doesn't want to give them the screen time to actually get into their problems and, give them human problems and, human relationship issues and the time that it would usually take for them to go through their problems, right? With any other relationship, if there was a cheating backstory in any of the relationships on Supergirl right now, let's say Mon-El cheated in the past, which I mean would require him actually being in a relationship, but anyway, that would be a full season arc about that redemption and about him learning his lesson. Actually, I don't know. Supergirl writers are just baffling me right now. I don't think I'm explaining this at all. But it was just Maggie cheated once, 5 years ago. She's obviously different now. That's all G. What's in the past is in the past. Granted, that is a very healthy way of looking at it, but it just didn't go anywhere. It's what was the point? I don't know. It's just I don't know. It doesn't feel like a real relationship. It's just so perfect. Someone's got an issue. Maggie has issues letting people in, and Alex is that's fine. Okay, let's move on. I don't know. It's just there's no I don't know, there's just no time, like screen time for these characters to actually develop. I still don't know anything about Maggie. We know that she cheated when, like, a few years ago when she was in a relationship. We know she regrets that. We know she's a police officer. I feel like that's about it though, right? Does she like her job? Is she good at her job? What does she do outside of her job? What are her hobbies apart from playing pool at the bar? Like, yeah, I just want more from Alex and Maggie, and I get the feeling that the writers just don't care, and they're like, oh yeah, we've got a lesbian relationship, we're amazing, we've got great representation, our job here is done. And yeah, I just have a problem with the way Supergirl's written in general. With that being said, the Ace Reporter, the next episode's promo came out. It's got Lena Luthor in it, so obviously I'm excited because I love Katie McGrath. They know how to bloody keep me invested, and I hate them for it. But I'll be watching it, of course. I think I'll be doing a reaction video to it as well because it's like the only Supergirl episode this month. But yeah, I'll be putting a poll up on my Patreon anyway. Let's move on from Supergirl. I feel like I stumbled through that and I didn't actually explain anything quite well, so I'll probably get hate for it, but whatever. We're moving on. I want to talk about the next thing, 13 Reasons Why. I watched this TV show this weekend. It's a Netflix series. I have some feels. I'm not going to spoil anything because I want to give people some time to get through it because not everyone binges it like me, and it only just came out. I'm going to say I'm going to, like, I want to recommend it, but I also have huge warnings for it. There is a lot of trigger warnings for this show, and I don't want to push anyone to watch it if it's going to hurt them because, like, it really hit me hard. It really did affect me. And typically I don't get affected by TV shows. Like, I'm very, like, I separate them pretty clearly, but this show it's intense. But it's really well done, I have to say, and there's some really, really important messages in it. There is a queer female storyline in it. There's also queer male storylines in it. There's a lot of, like, really important storylines in this show. But huge warnings for suicide, for self-harm, for sexual assaults, for rape, for drug and alcohol abuse, for bullying. It's just a really, really heavy show. I do recommend watching it, but only if you feel you are up to watching it. I want to emphasize that. I do recommend it, but just do some research if you think you might be triggered, because on Twitter and Tumblr there's definitely more descriptive trigger warnings for people. So yeah, do a little bit of research on it before you go to watch it. But it's yeah. I can't really say much else without spoiling it, but that, like, it's still kind of like, it really fucked with my head, it really did. I'm still, like, trying to process the show. Anyway, we're gonna move on. I do recommend it. Power Rangers. So, a little while ago, it was announced that the yellow Power Ranger was going to be questioning her sexuality in the movie, and she is queer, right? There was, like, a whole hype about it, and I was super excited. I was like, hell yeah, I was going to go watch Power Rangers anyway, but now I'm super excited because we've got, like, a queer lady superhero Power Ranger. Fuck yeah. Like, I was so keen. Then it came out, and some mixed messages, or some mixed reviews had come out about Power Rangers, so I have put off talking about it until I saw it myself and gave my own opinion. So here's my opinion, because I went and saw it on the weekend. The movie in general, I liked it. It was a great mix between, it took me back to my childhood, as well as it bringing a new badassery to it, right? I really enjoyed it. It was great. I love the fact that there is a queer Power Ranger. I love the fact that there is an autistic Power Ranger. I have an issue though, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with the content of the movie. If I had just gone and seen Power Rangers without hearing about the hype of a queer character in it, I would have been so stoked and so, like, on board Power Rangers. Like, I would have been yelling its praises off the rooftop and telling everyone to go watch it because of Trini, the queer character. But my issue is the hype that they built around it before the movie was even released. And it felt a little queer-baity to me, to be honest, because there was a whole hype around this queer character is going to be a big deal, you know, it's a storyline, when in reality it was just sort of a conversation. Like, one conversation that hinted that she could be questioning her sexuality. It was just like, it just felt like there was a lot of hype and not much follow through. So if there wasn't all that hype before the movie was released, I would have been so on board. I probably wouldn't have an issue because, you know, I liked what they did, to be honest, and it leaves room for more exploration of her character and her sexuality and stuff like that. I didn't have a problem with that. My problem, again, was the hype that they built around it before the movie was even released. So getting people excited to go watch it, and, like, yeah, it really did feel like queer baiting. There was just a lot of hype and not much, and not the follow through that they were saying that there was going to be. So yeah, I have mixed feelings. Yeah, so if they didn't have the hype around it, I would have been so on board with this queer questioning character. There was some, it's just that sort of hype / queer baiting that I really hate that they did. Yeah, I have a real problem with, and there's a lot of it happening. They did it with Sanvers in that Valentine's episode. They hyped the shit out of that, like, a month before the episode was released, saying it was a Sanvers centric episode. Yeah, they were hyping the shit out of that, when in reality Sanvers had, like, less than 5 minutes screen time in the episode. It's just, like, there is delivery. Obviously Sanvers was in the episode, they were together in the episode. Power Rangers, there is a queer questioning character, but it's not delivering on what they're saying, right? There's just, like, there's a big difference between the two. Anyway, so yeah, I have mixed feelings about Power Rangers. Loved it if they didn't have the hype around it beforehand. So, I mean, I would recommend going to see it if you were planning on seeing it. It was cool. It was fun. It was cheesy. It took me back to my childhood. I love all the characters. Just hated how they hyped it up. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on everything. I feel like this has been a bit of a depressing Les talk. Honestly, and it's got a lot to do with 13 Reasons Why. The last couple of days I've been, like, in my head so much because of this show. It's really taken a toll on me. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one, which will be my Wynonna Earp Season 2 trailer breakdown video. I'll see you then. Okay, bye.